All LEGO sets leaked for September of 2025. From a groundbreaking $300 Arkham Asylum that flips modular building on its head, to a tiny $28 retreat that might just surprise you. These LEGO sets dropping in September of 2025 are about to shake up your collection in ways you never saw coming. LEGO's already unleashed over 867 different sets in 2025, and they're not slowing down. September brings us more than 20 confirmed releases, and trust me, you're going to want to smash that like button and subscribe because some of these are absolute game changers that'll have you questioning everything you thought you knew about LEGO design. LEGO Batman Arkham Asylum, $300. First up on our list, we're talking about what might be the best Batman DC set ever created. The Arkham Asylum, shipping September 9th, is turning the modular building world completely upside down. This isn't your typical modular that runs parallel to your base plate. LEGO's gone completely wild and created the first ever inverted modular building where everything runs out towards you instead. Think corner garage vibes, but cranked up to 11. The entire structure sits on a 45-degree angle, creating its incredible dynamic look that makes every other modular seem static by comparison. At 2,953 pieces for $300, you're getting serious bang for your buck, even with those licensing fees. And yes, licensing fees are basically what LEGO pays to use characters like Batman and Harley Quinn, which always bumps up the price. The set spans 2 floors plus a roof, making it surprisingly massive for a modular style build. Harley Quinn's inclusion alone makes this a must-have, and honestly, even if you're not typically into superhero sets, this architectural marvel deserves a spot on your shelf. The building techniques alone are worth studying. LEGO Disney WALL-E and Eve, $70. Switching gears completely, Disney's giving us something special with their WALL-E and Eve brick-built characters. At $70, this fits perfectly into your hands, but packs incredible detail that'll make you do a double take. WALL-E's tank treads are the real showstopper here. LEGO's nailed that chunky, worn-down look that makes him so lovable. The level of character they've managed to capture in brick form is honestly impressive, especially considering this isn't some massive display piece. Sometimes the smaller sets pack the biggest emotional punch, and WALL-E proves that perfectly. Eve's sleek design contrasts beautifully with WALL-E's weathered appearance, creating this perfect dynamic duo that captures everything we love about Pixar's storytelling through pure LEGO wizardry. Cruella de Vil's car, $50. Now here's something unexpected. Cruella's car clocks in at $50 and brings some seriously interesting engineering to the table. This isn't your typical city-scale vehicle. We're looking at roughly 10 studs wide, making it beefier than modern Speed Champions cars that max out at 8 studs. The turnable wheels might sound basic, but for play-scale cars like this, it's actually pretty uncommon. LEGO usually keeps things simple for younger builders, so seeing this level of functionality shows they're really thinking about playability. Plus that Cruella minifigure and Dalmatian combo, pure gold for Disney collectors. The car's design captures that classic villain aesthetic perfectly. Sleek, intimidating, and just the right amount of over the top that makes Cruella such an iconic character. Collectible minifigure series, Spider-Verse, $5 each. September's minifigure series is basically a love letter to Spider-Verse fans, and even if you're not into superheroes, these designs will blow you away. We're getting Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales, Cowboy Spider-Man, and Peter Parker, each at the standard $5 price point. Cowboy Spider-Man is stealing the show, and it's easy to see why. The blend of Western and superhero aesthetics create this unique visual that you simply can't get anywhere else. Peter Parker's design is equally impressive, showing LEGO's commitment to representing different versions of these beloved characters. The 6-pack option at $30 gives you better odds, but remember, these are random, so you might end up with doubles. Sometimes the hunt is half the fun though, right? Advent calendars galore. Advent calendar season hits different when you realize how much these prices have jumped. Remember when LEGO City calendars were $20? Those days are gone. LEGO City Advent Calendar, $35. City's sitting pretty at $35, and honestly, it's the most reasonable of the bunch since there's no licensing fees. That's when LEGO pays extra to use characters from movies, shows, or other companies, like Batman. Your LEGO original content keeps costs down, which is why City and Friends calendars cost less than Star Wars or Harry Potter versions. Star Wars Advent Calendar, $45. And speaking of Star Wars, the Advent Calendar bumps up to $45. And while it's a droid-focused calendar, the real excitement comes from getting Fabu for the first time ever. Fabu might not be a household name like R2-D2, but for Clone Wars fans, this is huge. Sometimes these obscure character inclusions become the most sought-after parts of these calendars. Harry Potter Advent Calendar, $45. Harry Potter matches Star Wars at $45, but delivers way cooler builds throughout the countdown. The magical world just translates better to small-scale builds than droids do, giving you more variety and charm in each little compartment. LEGO Minecraft Advent Calendar, price to be determined. Here's the big news. This is Minecraft's first ever Advent Calendar. That Christmas Villager minifigure alone makes this worth considering. Minecraft characters are always top tier, and getting exclusive holiday variants is exactly what the theme needed. The Creeper sweater vest detail shows LEGO's really thinking about seasonal fun rather than just pumping out generic builds. LEGO Disney Frozen Advent Calendar, price to be determined. Frozen brings mini dolls to the Advent Calendar, which is perfect if you're collecting those instead of traditional minifigures. Mini dolls have their own dedicated fan base, and Frozen's aesthetic works beautifully in this format. LEGO Friends Advent Calendar, $35. Friends matches City at $35, again benefiting from no licensing costs. LEGO's original themes always offer better value, and Friends consistently delivers charming, detailed builds that work perfectly at Advent Calendar scale. Harry Potter Brickheads Goblet of Fire figures, $50. Brickheads fans, get ready for something special. This 5-pack maintains that sweet $10 per head ratio we've come to expect, but the character selection is absolutely perfect. Cedric Diggory, Victor Crumb, Delacour, Harry in his Gryffindor tournament outfit, and the Hungarian Horntail Dragon. Delacour's molded dragon element is genuinely innovative for Brickhead. These sets usually stick to basic brick builds, so seeing specialized pieces shows LEGO's willing to push the format forward. The Hungarian Horntail as a Brickhead is bold. Dragons don't typically translate well to the chunky Brickheads aesthetic, but if anyone can pull it off, it's LEGO. Luna Lovegood and Thestral Brickheads, price to be determined. Luna's getting the Brickheads treatment alongside a Thestral, though honestly, this pairing feels a bit random. Luna's got her fans, absolutely, but compared to the Goblet of Fire lineup, this feels like a deeper cut for hardcore Potter enthusiasts only. Wicked theme, 7 sets total. LEGO's going all in on Wicked with 7 different sets, and 2 of them are serious 18+ collector pieces that might be among the best adult focused sets this year. Emerald City Wall Art, $160. Wall art sets solve a real problem for collectors. Shelf space is precious, but wall space is often underutilized. At $160, this isn't cheap, but you're getting 4 unique minifigures that never appeared in the LEGO Movie 2's Wizard of Oz references. Dorothy's missing her cloth cape from the movie version, which is honestly disappointing. The Tin Man has less printing detail, showing how licensing agreements can affect piece quality. The molded wolf figure is genuinely cool though, and the new Scarecrow design differentiates this from previous versions nicely. That tiny character detail in the window section shows LEGO's attention to storytelling through small elements. Wall art isn't just decoration, it's narrative building that happens to look incredible on your wall. Glinda and Elphaba's Bookends, $130. Bookends are tricky. LEGO's only made 6 or 7 total, so there's there's not much competition. This might be genuinely the best one yet though. 5 minifigures completely demolishes other bookends for character count, and $130 matches this year's bookend pricing perfectly. The detailed scenes inside the books transform these from simple bookends into actual storytelling pieces. You're not just holding up books, you're displaying key moments from the musical. The dual-sided detailing means these work from any viewing angle, which is crucial for bookends since people approach bookshelves from different directions. Elphaba and Glinda's brickheads, $10 per figure. These brickheads showcase why the format works so well for characters with distinctive costumes. The printing dress elements and flowing designs translate beautiful to chunky aesthetic. Brickheads pricing has stayed consistent at $10 per head, making these predictable purchases for fans of the format. Emerald City and Kiyomoko Castle, $80. At $80 with 2 mini dolls and a small dragon, this hits that sweet spot for younger builders or mini doll collectors. The castles look substantial enough to justify the price, and dragon inclusion always adds play value. Mini dolls get unfairly overlooked by adult collectors, but they serve their target audience perfectly. Glinda and Elphaba visit Munchkinland, $70. 745 pieces for $70 delivers solid value, especially with those interesting building techniques creating the brick-built home. These mini dolls give you good character representation for storytelling play. Sometimes the mid-range sets offer the best balance of price, piece count, and play features. The building techniques being called really interesting suggests LEGO's pushing construction methods even in these smaller sets, which is always worth paying attention to for technique inspiration. Glinda's Wedding Day, $40. 476 pieces for $40 brings those beautiful brick-built butterflies everyone's been talking about. 2 characters plus animal friends, squirrel and dog, create this perfect pastoral scene that captures the musical's lighter moment. The butterflies alone make this worth considering. LEGO's brick-built animals have been getting incredibly sophisticated lately. Elphaba's Retreat, $28. The smallest Wicked set at $28 feels like an odd price point. This probably should be $20, suggesting we're seeing some price creep across LEGO's range. 2 mini dolls with a brick-built tree lodge setup gives you decent value, but that extra $8 stings when you're used to certain price tiers. Looking forward, September 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most diverse months LEGO's ever delivered. From that groundbreaking Arkham Asylum modular to tiny Wicked retreats, from first ever Minecraft advent calendars to sophisticated Disney wall art, there's literally something for every type of builder and collector. The price increases across multiple themes show LEGO's continuing adjustment to market conditions, but the innovation and quality improvements often justify the extra cost. That inverted modular building technique in Arkham Asylum alone represents the kind of design evolution that pushes the entire LEGO community forward. Whether you're a superhero fan eyeing that Arkham Asylum, a Disney collector planning your Wall-E purchase, or a Wicked enthusiast ready to grab those bookends, September's releases proves LEGO's commitment to covering every corner of popular culture while maintaining the building innovation that makes these sets special. The real question isn't whether these sets are worth buying, it's which ones you'll prioritize when your budget inevitably can't handle everything at once. Start planning now because September's going to hit your wallet hard, but your collection will thank you for years to come.